Hello, my name is Chhay and I'm from the Environmental Nature Center. I'm going to be doing a really fun home experiment that you can do this with your child at home. This activity can range from kindergarten, even pre-K if you do it really in a very child-friendly manner. Pre-K all the way to college because it does have a lot of science behind it. I will try to keep it as simple as possible for the time being, and you can do your research in the future. So right away, I'm going to tell you that you need small, medium, maybe medium hard-boiled eggs. These bottles, milk bottles, work the best. All right, you can buy them, or you can even just subscribe to them. And it's just basically an old-fashioned milk bottle with the glass. It's glass. Matches, or what I found to be easier, a lighter. And if you're going to do the old way, in which I'm going to do also too, so you can see it, are strips of paper, and then the new way, candles. And I will do both ways that you can see that, and I will try to explain it as simple as possible. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get this egg, and what we're going to do, we're going to ask the children or the audience, you know, hey, this is a trick. How can I get a hard-boiled egg inside the bottle without breaking the bottle, obviously, and without breaking the egg? And you're like, oh, it doesn't fit. You can squeeze it all you want and it doesn't fit. The old-fashioned way is using the strips of paper, and this way is really dirty. But I am going to light something on fire, so you have to be careful. Put it in there, and you put the egg on top. And bam, I don't know, that was really quick. All right, so I'm gonna do that again just for you. So as you can see that the egg did go into the glass bottle. Once again, strips of paper. And I found out also through millions, maybe not millions, probably like hundreds of times of experimentation. I use a brown paper bag to be, and it has to be dry obviously. And I cut little tiny strips into it so it'll burn a little easier. All right, so light it, put it right away, and it's going to settle. Boom. That actually worked out pretty well because it went a little bit slower. All right, so I'll explain the science after I do the new and cleaner way. So the new and cleaner way, you can use like birthday candles, or you can use small skinny candles like that. 2 is always the best. 1 might take a little bit, but 2 is always the best. This is the new and cleaner way to do it. You take the egg, find the sharpest point of the egg, and put the candle. Make sure you don't get the candle wet because the egg's going to be a little bit wet. Put 2 candles on the bottom, the pointy side, and then light it that way. And make the candles right side up, and you can always turn it this way. And this way is kind of cool because you can actually see the egg defy a little bit of gravity. And boom, so it goes right in there. So let me explain it just a little bit for you. What's happening is a lot of heat and air pressure is being changed. So it's creating what we call a vacuum. All right, so when you seal this with the egg, the candles or the piece of paper heats up the air inside. When the air gets heated up, it pushes other molecules away. And when it pushes away, you can actually feel some air coming out. So you have to make sure that the egg is nice and firm that's either resting using the old method or pushed up against the glass, because air will escape because it's being pushed out by the temperature. So it's creating a difference, a gradient, what we call a gradient, between higher and lower. All right? So what's happening is the higher wants to push back inside, and that's why it pushes the egg in. So you have that kind of difference in air pressure. And the air pressure brings the air inside. Science does not suck, it always pushes. So, and the same thing, you can ask the question of, well, how do we get the egg out of the bottle without breaking the egg or the bottle? The same kind of science behind that. You won't have to use the difference in air pressure because we can't heat up the outside air. So we have to find the difference in air pressure. And this is when it's really tricky because a lot of the kids go, oh, well, you can just suck it out. But remember, science doesn't suck. So it's actually quite the opposite. You blow into the bottle, creating the higher gradient inside, and then it will create the lower gradient outside, in which the air pressure wants to equalize. So it'll push the egg out like this. And what I do for cleanliness is I cup it with my hands, or if you're doing it just for yourself and your audience, you can just cup your, just go ahead and seal your lips around the edge of the glass. Give it a quick blow, and it comes right back out. Once again, I said that you can use this from pre-K, just a nice little trick, all the way to college level. College level courses, you would talk about how vacuum is just a lack of molecules within it, and lots of the times things want to go and move into the vacuum to occupy it, to equalize, to have equilibrium. All right. So another thing that I wanted to mention is this experiment is one of my favorites, and I'm going to tell you that is one of my favorites because it's what got me into science. This was performed for me when I was in elementary school, and I was like, no way, how did that happen? So this was a great introduction on what my series will be. I will be teaching teacher-friendly, kid-friendly science experiments to get your kids into science, or at least a good reason to get them experimenting with certain things. So my name is, once again, it's Chhay from the Environmental Nature Center. I hope you join me. Cool. Thank you for watching again, and if you are interested in our YouTube channel, go ahead and click on my go ahead and click on me.